Volvo wheel loaders have been proven performers for decades. In fact, we were the first manufacturer to offer a high-lift version back in 1974. And in 2022, we introduced the new high-lift model on display here in Las Vegas. We knew we'd want a quick walk around of this machine to give those of you watching a chance to ask questions. So we invited Erich Kribbs, wheel loader product manager, to join us. Erich, nice to meet you. Thanks for taking time.
Happy to be here. The Volvo L200 High Lift wheel loaders have been built on the success of its predecessor of the L180 High Lift. It's really a special machine for process-controlled lock handling.
Well, let's take a closer look with a walk around courtesy of another Volvo wheel loader expert, Eric Yeomans, who you met yesterday. But don't forget, Erich is staying right here to be sure to put all the questions in the chat that you have for Erich, and we will answer them. Watch this.
Hi again, my name is Eric Yeomans, product manager for wheel loaders for North America. Here today to talk about the L200 High Lift. And I'm here again at their customer center in Shippensburg, North America, Pennsylvania. So the high lift is basically used for stacking your timber much higher than a conventional log loader, where you have high production and you want to move or stack your timber close to your processing. It really reduces your travel time and your cycle times as well. So the L200 has 27% more lifting capacity compared to the L180H. That is tremendously important. It's going to dramatically improve your production capacity. The really other exciting news about the high lift is now we have the co-pilot on the high lift. So we have onboard weighing, we have tire pressure monitoring, we have operator coaching advanced. Great feature to coach the operator, help your operator improve his efficiencies. And we also have rear view camera and now collision mitigation and radar in the co-pilot. And again, you can also connect these machines to connected maps so you can monitor your production basically in your office. I've given you a high overview of the machine, some of the features, benefits, but of course you also have the possibility to go in and download the spec sheet, and then you will get the full detailed information on all wheel loader models. You probably have more questions that I didn't answer or cover, but by all means, please meet me again at ConExpo and I'll be glad to answer your questions.
Wow, that was pretty spectacular. Well, thanks Eric Yeoman for showing us the new edition of the Volvo loader lineup. We'll get to audience questions in just a moment, so keep adding them to the chat, everyone. Erich here, we're going to kick off a few things. Can you tell me why Volvo decided to make a high lift version of this particular size loader?
Yes, we are staying since 1974 with this concept, with the high lift concept, and all the sawmills around the world and paper factories, pulp factories, they are built for it.
Oh.
The structure inside the sawmill is that we can handle all the logs with our machine in a sawmill, in the place there. It is really built to this concept.
So it made sense to go ahead and do that, correct?
Absolutely. We cannot make a bigger machine. We have done some nuances. We have lifted a little bit up. We have now up to 13% more grapple capacity, but in total the machine width and the length is more or less same what we had before.
Well, it's pretty impressive on the floor, so you've seen it just now on video. The L200 High Lift loader was introduced in the middle of last year. So what have you been hearing from customers so far that have it?
Yeah, we started to deliver the machines. The customer is totally happy on it. We have a powerful machine. We have wider machine with this bigger tire and all the updates, especially on the boom system, on the grapple system, the rotating system. With these updates, we are now up to date and ahead of everything to get it in the logging industry.
Wow. Now the grapples are one of the highlights of this machine. Can you expand on what was covered in the video in terms of their design and the different offerings?
Yeah, the design, it's quite a need to understand what design we have. It must be easy to grab the logs, to hold the logs, as you see. And then we have different clamping systems First, we have the clamping arms that we use when we have not always the grapple full. And then we have a chain system. It is when we unload trucks and we have always a full grapple. This is the system what we use. Then we have the triplex chains to use. So we are prepared. We know the segment. This is really a need to understand what we are doing.
And it's a very specific segment too. You need to understand how that works. Now, is the L200 High Lift only used in logging, or are there other applications that it's suited for?
No, we are in the moment looking only for the logging, but some ideas we have where we can use it more, but until now we are working only on the logging segment with this machine.
So what's the history with logging and Volvo? How has that been? The history behind how Volvo came to work with the logging industry?
Yeah, so as you know, Volvo is built in Sweden. Sweden, we have a lot of forest, and for this we try to help the customers, and so we found the High Lift as a really good machine. So it built there, the first machine we had delivered in Sweden, and we grows up in Europe and now also to US.
Now, are there other services that help with this machine, say like telematics?
Of course, it is like for all the other machines what we have, the telematics, the machine can be connected to it, all the services what we can have it also on our High Lift machine.
Well, also, you were here yesterday, which was day one.
Yes.
Were there any common questions that were asked during the day when you were standing out there before it started raining?
Before it started raining. Yes, but also when it started to rain.
But you guys are used to it, yeah.
The customer was happy to see the machine here. It's the first time that we present the High Lift in ConExpo. So, and the customers were happy to see and get an idea what we think about it, and we are prepared.
And what's really nice is that if you're here, you can actually touch it. You can see how it's all working. I mean, it's quite impressive when you see it on the video, but it's really something to see in person. And you're right, this is the first time they actually get to see it up close. So I'm glad we can share that with you too. Now, you mentioned telematics. How about other services like load assist, or what is it that operators, what are the advantages to operators, those kind of features like load assist in particular?
Yeah, load assist is now also available on our High Lift. It's the first time that we show it here. And of course, it's that we not overload first, of course, the machine, but also to load the truck. Or if you load trains, rail wagons, then it's very important not to overload them. So we have it completely in. Also the front view camera is really a good help for the operator in the safety way.
So they can see front and back.
He can see front and back, and with the front view camera they can see when they grab the locks from the top. So it's really a help to see and get the locks correct in the grapple.
And visibility is also a safety issue. I mean, that's part of it. I mean, these are not small logs.
Yeah, safety is one of our core values, so we have to work for it. So we have more on it as only the front view camera, CMS system, radar warner. So we have our machines here, what we have here in the fair. We have equipped the machine with all our safety features.
And I have to say, I love that the logging machine is right behind you. So the L200 is right over Eric's shoulder. Do you have any other questions that maybe have come up that we haven't covered? Is there anything that you've heard that we haven't covered yet?
No, not from my side.
Okay, good. Well, you're just going to have to come down and take a look for yourself. If you can be here at ConExpo, that would be great. So thank you, Erich, for showing us this new High Lift loader and helping us better understand why it's a great option for logging applications. You can learn more about all of what we showed here, talking to your local Volvo dealer. Just click on the banner below that says Let's Connect. And if you'd like to be contacted, you can even download more information on it before you have that conversation. The download information is in that section as well. There's more coming your way from Volvo at ConExpo Live in just a moment.